Hello and welcome. If you've ever used SQLite with Python or Django, you've probably hit a frustrating wall: the database is locked error. It stops your application in its tracks and can be tricky to debug. Today, we're going to break down exactly what this error means, why it happens, and most importantly, how to fix it. First, let's understand the problem. SQLite is a simple, file-based database. Think of it as a single file on your computer. To prevent data from getting corrupted, SQLite locks this file whenever a process needs to write information. If another process tries to write to the file while it's locked, you get the error. This is a very common scenario in web applications like those built with Django, where multiple user requests might try to update the database at the exact same moment. So, how do we solve this? Let's go through a few solutions, from simple to more advanced. The first and easiest fix is to increase the default timeout. By default, SQLite gives up almost immediately if the database is locked. We can tell it to wait a few seconds before throwing an error, giving the other process time to finish. In a standard Python script, you can do this by adding a timeout parameter to your connection, like SQLite3.connect, mydatabase.db, timeout equals 10. In Django, you can do the same thing in your settings.py file. Just add an options dictionary to your database settings with a timeout, 20 key value pair. The second strategy is to keep your database transactions short and efficient. Don't start a transaction, go off and do a bunch of other long-running tasks, and then come back to commit. Do your database work quickly and commit the changes? This releases the lock so other processes can have their turn. Third, you can enable a special mode called write-ahead logging, or WAL. In default mode, reading is blocked while writing happens. WAL mode is more advanced and allows read operations to happen at the same time as write operations, which dramatically reduces locking issues. You can enable it by executing the command PRAGMA journal_mode equals WAL, right after you connect to your database. Finally, and this is a big one, know when it's time to upgrade. SQLite is fantastic for development, testing, and small, low-traffic sites. But if your application is growing and you're constantly fighting lock errors, it's a clear sign that you've outgrown SQLite. At this point, you should seriously consider migrating to a more powerful client-server database like PostgreSQL or MySQL. These databases are designed from the ground up to handle high levels of concurrency and won't have this file locking issue. To recap, increase the timeout, keep transactions short, try WAL mode, and know when it's time to switch to a more robust database. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this guide helps you conquer the database's locked error once and for all. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with your experiences, and consider subscribing to the channel for more practical tutorials. Your support helps me create more content like this. See you in the next one.